I'm Jess. I have been an interim change agent for about 2.5 years now. One of the things that I have used, I guess quite subconsciously originally, but much more consciously now, is the use of stories in the workplace, and particularly around engaging people in the pieces of change that you're trying to do. Tell me a story. Okay, so 4 little words that I'm sure evoke lots of emotions and memories for everybody in the room. And sometimes as adults we forget a little bit about how important stories are, but we're all natural storytellers at heart, and we all do it all day every day, but we're just not always aware of it, and we don't always use it to our advantage. I think we can all agree that there's just an enormous amount of data that comes towards us every day. As humans now, we're having the equivalent of 74 newspapers a day coming towards us. What we have to do is we have to try and, or our brains have to try and work out what's useful and relevant and what's not. And when we tell stories, and when we tell them well, what we do is we give the listener some context, and we help them organise this massive data into a linear form that's engaging, it's repeatable, it's memorable, and it's credible. The drama helps us understand what that burning platform is in a change transformation programme. It helps us understand what that need is for us to drive that change. Be open and honest. People will see through that. They'll recognise honesty when you're talking to them. A little bit of vulnerability is great. It makes it feel very real. People won't believe in over-polished stories. It just doesn't feel right. And look at how people like to absorb information. So some people are very visual, some people are, really like the audio side of it, and some people like the written word. And actually, if you use all 3 of those, then you create a much more powerful story. The consistency is really important. Keep repeating it. When you think about, there are some stories that transcend generations, continents, whether it be Rapunzel or Pocahontas or the story in the Nativity. Anybody in this room could tell that story, or anybody anywhere could tell those stories, and we would all recognise them, and that shows the real strength in that story. Look at the problem through the eyes of your stakeholder. This isn't about you getting what you want to get across. This is about giving your stakeholders and your clients what they need. So try and think about it angle it from their point of view. So stories can work really well in the workplace. They can give you a powerful advantage as a leader when you're trying to drive change. And it's really important to remember that it's not just kids that need stories, adults need stories too.